Why is nobody telling you this about affirmations? And drop a sunflower emoji down below because you already know I'm about to be on one. First of all, your goal is not to go from 0 belief to 100% belief in 0.2 seconds. Let's get that thought and idea out of our heads. Second thing is you're not going to believe them in the beginning. Why? Because you have belief systems that literally go in the opposite direction. And third, it's going to feel uncomfortable. Who told you this was going to be comfortable? Who told you this? Who said this? Who? I'm a fucking owl now. Who said this? Who said it? Who said? Who? Here's the thing. The only reason why you don't believe it is because you've built up too much momentum in the opposite direction. I want you to imagine that your current identity, your 1.0 identity is what we'll call it, with your current set of beliefs, your current expectations, your current energy in which you take actions, right? That makes up one identity. It's a 1.0 identity. And it's the version of you that doesn't have what you want, right? So there's certain beliefs, thoughts, expectations that are living there in your head rent-free. Some of them are good, some of them not so good. And both of them together have matched you to this reality. Then there's the 2.0 version of you, the version of you that has what you want, has the clients, has the money, has the man, has the success, has the big house, nice picket fence, whatever it is, right? And that version of you has different thoughts, different energy, different expectations, different outcomes, right? Because their energy is different. Here's the thing I want you to imagine. I want you to imagine that you've been practicing the 1.0 identity over and over and over again. How long have you been trying to manifest what you want? Put it down in the chat down below. How long have you been trying? 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4. This is a freaking Dr. Seuss, Doctor Who book at this point in time, right? Some of you have been manifesting as long as it takes to get a bachelor's degree. And I want you to imagine that that's you at the gym, pumping the iron, bicep curl after bicep curl, 999, 1000. And your right bicep represents the 1.0 you. And that right bicep looks like Arnold freaking Schwarzenegger. And if you were to pan over to the left side bicep, it looks like SpongeBob. You've practiced 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you're wondering why the bicep on the right that's been practiced 1,000 times and the bicep on the left that's been practiced 10 times are not equal. Well, there's a very clear reason why they're not. The reason you don't have a belief is because you have not familiarized yourself enough from a mind, body, and nervous system standpoint to be the version of you that is the 2.0 version. That means stepping into the thoughts, stepping into the identity, stepping into the expectations, the energy in which they take actions. They expect things to change. They expect things to move. They expect results to happen. They expect that their life is great. They don't look at their life with lack. They don't focus on what's missing. They're not observant of why hasn't this changed yet. The 2.0 you doesn't do half of the things that the current you is doing. And that's why you're still attached to the current reality. And so the game of manifestation is not to, once again, how do I go from 0 belief to 100 belief in 0.2 seconds like a NASCAR? The goal is to be in a situation where you start to realize that, okay, I have built up momentum in the wrong direction. Now it's time to come back into the right direction. Now it's time to build up familiarity with the 2.0 me. And realizing that as you start to gain more familiarity with what you want, their thoughts, their emotions, their energy in which they take action, guess what? You will start to view that outcome as your new normal. And what feels like your new normal will be marked as safe in the brain. And what is safe in the brain will end up having an instant manifestation. The goal is not 0 to 100 belief. The goal is, how do I build familiarity with my 2.0 self so my 2.0 self becomes more dominant than my 1.0 self. And when I'm connected into my 2.0 self, I don't feel lack, because it's literally impossible, right? If it's two sides of a coin, one side is favorable, one side is unfavorable, you cannot be looking at both heads and tails at the same time. When you're practicing one energy, one frequency, one vibration, it is just that one. You can only do one at a time. You can't do two. Now, this is my zone of genius, so if you want to step into my world and have me help you build up that familiarity with the 2.0 version of you, give you a step-by-step plan of how to get your mind, body, and nervous system, because you need all three, on board in order to help you manifest what you want, any desire you want. Bring me any desire you want. Any desire, and I will show you the exact things of what you need to do and how you need to do it to be able to get results to land in your life within weeks. And when you shift your energy, that's what allows you to attract results that don't make sense. Like my client that went from $0 to $90,000 in 21 days. Like my girlie who went from HIV to no HIV in 30 days. Like my business owner who went from $30,000 months to $42,000 months. Like my other girlie who went from $0 of acting contracts to her first $1 million acting contract in 30 days. The desires you want aren't that far out there. They're just a few mindset shifts away.